Hello.
Welcome back, Evangeline.
Finally, this is also the story of an obsessive, manipulative, and ambitious man. This is the
Left or
story
right?
of Caleb Bowen.
Wait, where am I?
I'll be the one asking the questions here, girl. My name is Caleb Bowen. I work for the United States government.
Bowen often
Okay.
made that claim, though it was at best a half-truth. Sure, he'd worked for the government once, but that was a long time ago, and he'd been running solo for years.
Do you realize that you trespassed on a site closed off by the United States government? And more importantly, that you were seen in the company of Professor Harrison Everhart. You may not know this, but Everhart is a subversive individual. We suspect he may be working for the communists.
Bowen kept lying. He knew Harry could be many things, but a communist was definitely not one of them.
I don't believe you. You're lying to me.
Lying to me.
Oh, not at all, Evangeline. I'll show you who Professor Everhart really is. Your father's name was Franklin Drayton. He and his brother Moses ran a workshop in Benoit, Mississippi called Drayton Motors. He died in a work accident in San Francisco in 1934. Is that correct?
You've been investigating me? What kind of...
Shut up and listen to what I have to say. Do you recognize anyone besides your father in this photograph?
You did say you knew the
Wait,
father. You didn't
is
say it to
that-
me, though.
Is that Professor Everhart?
Oh, correct. Everhart led an expedition to the Pacific in 1934. Your father was part of that expedition.
That was the only truth Bowen told during his conversation with Evangeline.
Your father didn't die in San Francisco, Miss Drayton. He died in excruciating agony, alone and abandoned, on an island in the Pacific, and all because of Professor Everhart. I bet he never told you that, did he? In fact, every member of the Everhart expedition died or disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Even the professor's wife, whose strange
my vision
illness was
blurry?
the impetus for the expedition, died under equally mysterious circumstances.
I didn't die
because of the
under
elder blood?
mysterious circumstances. I died in our bed, holding Harry's hand. But Bowen had no interest in telling that part.
Is he hypnotizing me?
No, that can't be. Someone would have...
got the
Someone would have
metronome on.
found out.
Oh, not at all. If there is one thing Professor Everhart has, it's money. Enough to buy off the press for their silence.
Evie was in shock and full of doubt. The professor
really should
was
have
a
peed.
withdrawn and sullen
an idiot.
individual and, frankly, really hard to deal with, but could he also be responsible for her father's death? Despite her doubts, she kept silent, and wisely so. She still didn't trust this Bowen
telling him
fella,
shit.
regardless of his claim that he worked for the government.
Now you know the kind of person you've gotten involved with, Evangeline,
I gotta pee.
and the kind of trouble you're in. I have a few questions for you. For your own good, I suggest you cooperate. That platform beneath the lake in the Rappahannock River caves, how did you manage to activate it?
Sorry about that. I did take my phone with me so I could see what was being said. So I did see it.
You're wrong. I didn't activate any platform.
Don't try to lie to me, girl. You're no good at it.
You must have recognized the girl's cognitive pattern and sure of it. She even mentioned a period of amnesia. Just like Peasley.
I hope you're right.
Evangeline had not the slightest idea what those two men were talking about.
Specific gene?
Next question.
Specific
You said a
gene?
word while you were asleep. Nakotis. Do you know what that means?
It means pompous government jerk with a ridiculous pencil mustache.
You watch your mouth, girl. I'm warning you. Final question. Have you heard of someone named Dr. West?
Yes, he's a famous proctologist. Maybe he could help with your hemorrhoids.
This is a waste of time, Pharaoh. It's obvious
Pharaoh?
the girl is hiding something, but there are more effective and less traumatic ways of getting that information.
I'm assuming he's been
You're
doing
right.
this so he can hypnotize me.
Proceed.
You expect me to buy that this old geezer with a bow tie works for the government too?
You'll recall I mentioned that Evie was feisty and stubborn as a
Injected
mule.
her.
And whatever they had injected her with wasn't doing much to tame her spirit.
I like to laugh too, Miss Drayton. Please take a look at this. Do you understand this language?
Even though it was written in those puzzling characters, Evie understood the book's title. Narcotic Manuscripts. Non-linear displacements toward the Great Library and reversible transfer of cognitive pattern.
Tell me, Miss Drayton, what's written in the book cover?
Narcotic manuscripts.
It said
Evie surprised
sarcastic.
herself. Had she spoken against her will? She couldn't help but translate the book's subtitle as well. She was feeling more and more
This is the
tired.
drugs.
That's better, Miss Drayton.
What's the point in giving me options if you're not going to do
Now,
those options?
Open the book. Focus and listen to my voice. Listen to my
to
voice
hit him with the book?
while you read the book to us. Read
You're not worthy?
the book to us.
If he was worthy of the book, he'd be able to read the book, but he can't read the book, and I can read the book, which means it's mine.
What just happened? Am I in my dorm?
They quite possibly put me back on my dorm, but I'm not certain. This shit I can't pick up. Oh no, I'm not.
Oh no, Evie was not in her dorm room. Not at all.
Hey, over here, Evangeline. Hey, how are things, kid?
Papa! Papa!
Right.
But it can't be! You're alive?
Oh, of course I am, darling.
That was not her father, of course.
You must reach Nakotis.
Understandable, sir.
Have I crossed another one of those portals? Good Lord. None of this makes any sense.
It's them books. I don't know.
This is weird. Really weird.
Okay. Am I supposed to go this way? I'm underneath now. Okay.
Drayton Motors? Dad and Uncle Mo's motor shop in Benoit?
Right. Very confused, but okay.
Moses, we're running out of money. If we don't get some cash, well,
We'll have to shut the shop down. I have exhausted to provide for. I don't want that slow talking shit.
You're a whiz, mister. Would you be interested by any chance in an exciting job opportunity in the Pacific?
He's a mechanic.
Papa, don't do it! Don't go to San Francisco, please!
Why would he go if he was a
Hey,
mechanic?
what just happened?
it'll only be a few days, Jitterbug. I'll be back before you can say Jack Robinson.
You sound friendly. Oh my.
Drayton is dead, but it doesn't matter. His death brings me closer to an answer. I'll do whatever it
Why,
takes. The only thing that matters is Nora's life.
This was all to save his wife, the original
Wait,
expedition.
no. That doesn't sound like the professor at all.
Evie realized Bowen's lies were seeping into her thoughts.
Frank, how do you feel?
Not good. But that doesn't matter anymore, Mr. Harry. Just listen to me.
Make sure my daughter's taken care of. Oh,
Get
right,
off
sorry.
this cursed island. You'll find nothing here but death. Go back
Obviously-
home. Spend what time you've got left with your wife.
The Elder Blood wants you to find it.
And there's another thing I want to ask of you.
Watch out, my daughter.
Where am I now?
I mean, it still appears to be the island. It's rural birdie. I mean, it's not even the island, is it? It's that weird other place.
Who are you?
This is where I got the statuette in the dream. Is your name Narcotus?
The great engineer?
That was where the statue was. I think. Very confused. It's the book. Right? It's like Elder Gods and like
Incredible.
Cthulhu.
Did you hear that? We were right. We finally found the coordinates. At last we know where Nakotis lies. Thanks for your cooperation, Miss Drayton.
How did I tell him the coordinates? I don't.
About an hour after Evangeline had her otherworldly vision,
Finally, I'm inside.
Harry snuck
Really?
into the same building where she was being
Right.
kept captive. He had been there many years ago, when he was seeking funding for the Everhart.
Miss Drayton, are you there?
Okay.
What on earth?
Harry had always suspected that the Starry Wisdom
Very
was
cult-like.
something far more sinister than a simple astronomical society. And as
Yeah, it's
soon as
clearly
he
a cult.
stepped into their inner sanctum, his worst fears were confirmed.
Okay. Okay, so they're numbers. I mean, I don't know which one I'm going to be starting with, so. Okay. Did you look different? Okay. Stop saying okay.
Apparently,
Access to
the
the
only
Black
way to
Pharaoh.
get into the Pharaoh's office is by getting the right combination on the statues downstairs. And I bet my life that Pharaoh is Caleb Bowen. Egyptian hieroglyphs?
I mean, I don't even know which one is. What type of animal are you? Right. So that's their job. Not a lynx. Corvus. Ryan. I don't know what these things are. Oh, so helpful. I don't know. Okay. That's where we came from. I don't know what to do with those statues right now.
This elevator doesn't seem to have a call button. I don't know what to do with it.
See it.
These people are out of their minds, no doubt about it. And they clearly have a pathological obsession with Egypt. There's a pyramid in the center of this chamber. I wonder if... Certain sections of this pyramid seem to move.
For a moment, Harry wondered whether it was a good idea to mess with the mechanism, but he quickly dismissed the thought. Even if it meant alerting someone, he had to find Evangeline and get out of there.
Right. How do I... Okay. Just seeing if there's any kind of symbol on this side, so maybe then I could... Well, the only one we haven't done is the sun. It's not to say this specifically would be the sun. Okay. We'll look around.
Only those who have been enlightened know the divine geometry of the tetrahedron, which grants access to the gates of knowledge. What's this load of baloney?
I know what a dodecahedron is. I assume the shape in the middle is the tetrahedron, or whatever the fuck he said. Huh? Because I changed them. Oh. So when I change these, obviously the corner pieces, it's changing them also. Right, okay, so there's the Pharaoh symbol. Yeah, it's changing them around the back because I'm... Pharaoh. Thinking Ra? So you can't have the sun. Okay.
Yes, the doors to the upper rooms are open.
Okay, I just worked that out. Oh, all of them. Okay. Stop saying okay.
This looks like an astronomer's office. This book seems to recount traditions of ancient Egypt.
The season of the Nile flooding, Peretz, the season of emergence of crop growth, Shemu, the season of harvest. Oh, right. Nothing over here, of course.
Heaven's sake, these kooks really...
We've got dates of things that happened. You're nothing, right?
So these freaks have masks, code names, and hieroglyphs assigned to each of them.
Okay. The code name Orion. So downstairs we had one of the words was Orion, right? So we've got that. We also assign him the hieroglyph we discussed. His symbol would match his mask, just as yours does. Right, so we've got like a lizard type thing circled, and also that bird, which I think would be a corvus, but I'm not sure. Okay, we've got that information.
Different constellations. It would take a good eye to locate all of them in the night sky.
Right, I don't know what that top left one is, but that one says Corvus. Eridanus? Is that Erid? Is that like in Project Hail Mary? Orion and Lynx? You're nothing, you're nothing. Okay. Right, so that's room 1. Let's go for room 2. Obviously in this section I assume we're going to get all the
Archaeologist's
information
office
needed.
for sure. There's something written in German in these pages.
Although Harry's German was a bit rusty, he understood what it meant.
The direction the figure's face determines the opposite reading direction, a subtle guide for the reader's eye to navigate realms hidden in stone. If the characters face right, the text is read from right to left, and if they face left, the text is read from left to right. That's cool. Okay.
This must be the group's official photographer.
Cool. Nothing with these pictures, right?
This guy has been all over the world.
The letter laid bare the bad blood between some of the cult
We've
members.
got a name.
Something pretty common when power-hungry fanatics are involved.
The lynx is called Larry. Cool. His dark room, nice. You got nothing?
Trays with various chemical substances. They even have the molecular structure. Looks like a device to make prints from photographic film.
Right.
A bin full of discarded prints. Trays with various chemical substances.
I'll be honest, I thought I was
They
going
even
to
have the
to...
molecular structures written on the bottles.
I thought I was going to have to print some photos. Nothing else in here, eh? It looks like no. Oh, hang on. About the drawers. See, with the discarded prints and stuff, I thought maybe... I don't really understand why the molecular things are on the bottles then. You know, unless I was going to use it in some way, shape or form.
This office looks expensive. What nonsense are they talking about now?
Each initiate must correctly align the elements beneath the statue representing their mask, as well as the number that marks their position in the monthly ritual. Position, name, role, code name, hieroglyph. Cool. Alright, cigars and booze.
You have to be some kind of narcissist to snap a pic of yourself. Especially if it's just to show off your muscles.
Built like a brick house.
The robbery at my house could have gone way worse, all things considered.
I don't see why Pharaoh put so much faith in Eridanus. He's nothing more than a big-headed fool. I knew he wouldn't be able to fetch that statuette. So 3 men originally came to the house, because I assume it's not the old man, because the old man is not big, and that is not a picture of him. What good were all his hypnosis tricks? But then he did do the hypnosis. Would have been a heck of a lot easier just to send me. I'm the strongest. Sorry, my poem. So Eridanus is the old man. Cool. Just thought with the butterfly be some. Nothing. Cool. Stop.
Just an office. This metronome still makes my skin crawl.
Pharaoh already announced the ritual position. Pharaoh already announced the ritual positions. I'll have to be next to Orion nearly all year.
Harry immediately recognized the voice of Dr. Frog in the Throat.
I've always despised spoiled rich kids, and Orion's no exception. I'll have to pretend I tolerate him, but luckily I'm fairly skilled at pretending.
Drat. This is my prescription. From Dr. Frog in the Throat.
Dr. Eugene Kingsley. At least we found out his name.
A roll of film. I wonder what's on it.
Seems like we will have to, print out the thing.
This looks like a biologist's office.
Developer, stop bath, fixer. Cool. That'll be in there. I mean, you'd assume they'd be in the right order. Like 1, 2, 3, you know? Okay. The little fishies on the dishy when the board walks in.
They rotated
Glad
the
we changed
positions. What does that mean?
It's got the dates.
Hanging your college
Patricia.
diploma on the wall while you're in some sort of weird cult doesn't strike me as the smartest idea.
Okay. Hated being lost in the previous rotation. And then it's got same date from the first Akhet. This is the first rotation where I don't have to go next to him in the ritual. Is that the 4 of them? See, I don't really get what that one on the left is. Akhet, Perret, Shamu. It says 28th of October 1957. I can't figure that out. Right, we gotta... You already did that. Right, so it was the second room, which was the film. I don't have to do it. Right, okay, I do. Oof. Like, I don't know if they're in the right order. Okay. It's 3 chemical trees on the right. Okay.
Trays with various chemical substances. They even have the molecular structures written on the bottles. Good. I've developed the photo.
I mean, there won't be anything written on the back because I've just done it. So, Patricia has the cat thing because she's the only woman. The old man must be the little guy on the right who's wearing, like, the doggy helmet. And then the big guy is the alligator. Cool. Right. I didn't expect it just to clip on there.
A bin full of discarded prints.
to do with like this is their order or something, isn't it? Because look like, say there's the beaky thing, then there's the normal bird, then there's the alligator. I'm so confused about it. Okay. So this is the old man. We don't know what position he's in though. We just start with that. Oh, Howard. Eugene is the old man? Psychiatrist? Fuck, I can't remember his code name. It's the creature, innit? See, I'd say Corvus was probably a bird. This ain't a lynx, is it? I don't know what these animals are. But the... And then the symbol... So helpful. One sec. Orion and the astronomer have masks similar to their hieroglyphs. So, Orion. That means the old man is Orion, right? Yeah, that's the one with the baby. We don't know his number yet. You would be the alligator dude. Maybe Larry. Astronomer. We don't have much on Patricia, do we? His name is Eugene. Yeah. This year I'm almost always next to Orion in the ritual. Well, now I'm even more confused. This year I'm almost always next to Orion. Orion and the astronomer have masks similar to their... So he's not Orion. He is not Orion. Fucking hell. Okay. He is Eridanus. And then his is the crocodile symbol. Ah. Still don't know his number. We'll just do that for now. Okay. So if Eugene's next to Orion, and he's not Orion, that mean this one is Orion, but she's... So that means the symbol's wrong too. Okay. Mm-hmm. don't even know what creature this is, you know. Un momento. Right. Ariga, stop calling me Larry. Signed, Lynx. That is the archaeologist. You are the archaeologist. Amiga, stop calling me Larry. Signed, the Lynx. Right. That's astronomer, not archaeologist. Biologist, dilettante, archaeologist. Right. One sec. Give me a sec. Stairs where... Nope. There. Shit, we gotta go up again. I started on that side. Didn't I? No. You did that.
Looks like even kooky cultists have a love life.
Biologist is Howard. No. Patricia is the biologist. That's where I'm going wrong there. I'm not sure if the archaeologist is missing anything. I mean, that one's the biggest, isn't it? Okay. I was missing sort of this. It's like I'm missing a note. Like, where are those fucking stairs? Uh-huh. No. That's the wrong one. That is not. Fuck off. That one. That's the right one. Fuck's sake. Crocodile. And then the crocodile. And then... So helpful. Long beak. Yeah, I looked it up, fuck it. I couldn't figure that out. So... Fuck. Let me look. Oh. That one? Basically says an eagle. Right, you're Larry, you're done. What is this? Right, you're an eagle. Wait. Oh no. That one. That's where I was fucking up. Nope, nope. That's Patricia. This is a dog. That's the right one. That's one of them in the wrong place. That's Longbeak. That's the eagle. You were an eagle. Larry is the astronomer. Howard. Fucking hell.
That elevator. It must be the access to Bowen's office. Evangeline has to be there. I'm sure of it.
Good God. Is there a button? Apparently I gotta do that first.
As he rode the elevator up, Harry regretted not bringing a weapon. What if Bowen was still up there?
All right. Let's see what... Well, looks like they give this medal to just about anyone.
Apparently. Got some kind of thing.
Apparently that John Teague was Fornax, another cult member.
Died from complications after receiving the statue at Ichor is dangerous. Ichor is the black goo. Matching structures in the caves. Yep.
Consciousness
Egyptian priest holds a
exchange.
method to activate
Is he
the shrine.
talking about mind swapping?
Trapezohedron. Consciousness exchange will let me access the arcane knowledge lost to time. Oh, you missed one.
Spitsbergen. That's the place in Norway Evangeline mentioned.
Aruga said they're keeping one of the creatures frozen in the ice. Maybe we can communicate with it. The girl with Everhard understands its language. Can't get the next page to her.
So the cult was on the expedition along with Peasley. How long have they been behind all this?
I wouldn't have a fucking clue. Can't get the other picture. Can't get the other piece of paper. Okay.
That doesn't sound good at all. And what's this Azathoth business?
Okay. Throne of Azathoth at the center of final chaos. Bring forth the black man. True American hero. That's G.I. Joe. Okay. Okay. We have another one of these.
Dr. West?
Dr. West. A human name in manuscripts from 250 million years ago. Impossible. So maybe that's the thing. It sends your consciousness
This
back in
creature
time.
seems vaguely familiar.
Yes, it does. Okay, none of these are touchable. Nope.
Evangeline had to be on the other side of that door, no doubt about it. But Harry stopped before entering. Was there anything left for him to find in Caleb Bowen's office?
There may be something important here. I can
wait.
come back later.
I just thought there's stuff on this wall. Right, that was the lift. That was that. Just making sure. It's nothing else. By the drawers. Okay.
I knew Bowen would never abandon his Nazi pals.
We'll bring Felix Stahl to America. We'll do so under Operation Paperclip. However, you need to put aside all esoteric nonsense. It makes you lose credibility with the people in Washington. Werner von Braun. Right. I think that's to do with the nuclear program, isn't that? Isn't that the nuclear program, Werner?
Evangeline had
Werner
to be
von
on the
Braun?
other side. Was there...
Please be all right, Evangeline. Let's go, Miss Drayton. We have to get out of here.
Okay.
Look, it's the engineer. I've seen one of those creatures before. In my dreams. In the Stone City, in the jungle. He spoke to me in my dreams, Professor. I have
Forget
to...
about it, Miss Drayton. We'd have to call the police and...
Calling the police won't do any good, Professor. We have to go to Spitsbergen. I need to talk with him, with the great engineer.
Miss Drayton,
That
don't
thing,
you
or-
realize this doesn't make any sense? We can't chase Bowen and his...
No, you don't understand. Bowen isn't in Spitsbergen. He's on his way to the city, on his way to Nakotis.
Harry couldn't believe what he had just heard. Evangeline had mentioned a place he had known in dreams, long ago. So long ago, he had nearly forgotten it.
I had a strange dream today. I was inside a vast library and gazed at vistas of another world.
Did he also have
All these
amnesia?
questions came crashing down on Harry. And suddenly, he
Maybe the
wasn't
time
so
lost.
convinced anymore.
It's time in the past, time in the other place.
Before boarding the plane to Norway, Evie and Harry talked about the trip. About where they'd be stopping over. About what they'd do once they got to Spitsbergen. They talked about bringing plenty of warm clothing and gear and supplies to make it through. They talked about getting their documents and passports in order. They even talked about the strange city they had both dreamt of. But Evie knew there was something they hadn't talked about. A question she didn't know how to ask the professor, because
About her
every
dad?
time she'd tried, the right words never came out. But a long flight leaves plenty of time to think.
Or talk.
Professor?
Yes?
When I was being held by that man, Bowen, he showed me a picture of you. A picture of you and my father in the Pacific. Did you
said you
know
knew
my
my
father, Professor?
The little
And
dream
then
sequence.
it was Harry who didn't know how to find the right words. Because even though he'd been waiting years for that question, he still didn't know how to
Somewhat.
answer it. Evie took Harry's silence as a yes.
Bowen said, my father died because of you. Is that true, Professor?
Well, it's complicated. Look,
Somewhat
I wanted to.
You wanted what?
Ellie?
Just talk, for God's sake.
All right. I'll explain everything.
Good. We've got plenty of time to spare before we land.
My wife, Nora, was diagnosed with an incurable disease. The same hereditary illness of unknown origin that had struck her mother before her. The doctors had no answer. So I decided to find it myself. I never imagined the answer would take me so far away. To a remote island in the Pacific. Back then, I didn't have the financial independence I have now.
Why would you need a mechanic?
So I had to raise money and put a team together. Do you remember the night before your father left for work in San Francisco? You were probably 5 or 6 years old.
Oh, God. Yes, I remember. I remember a beautiful, dark-haired woman, a nervous, scrawny guy, and a man who seemed really happy about something.
I'll never forget those words. You're a whiz, mister. Would you be interested, by any chance, in an exciting job opportunity in the Pacific? That's right.
what he said to him.
Frank agreed to come with us to the island. It pained him to leave you and your mother back in Mississippi, but he needed the money and I was paying very well. But that island wasn't what we expected. There was something there that... Let's just say there are forces
In case
in
the
this
ship breaks or
world
something,
that
fix the
mankind
ship.
ought not to meddle with, Miss Drayton. Things like the Black Ooze, and on that island, it was everywhere. I told you, it's the most dangerous substance I've ever come across. We found that out when one of the expedition members came into contact with it. It was him, driven mad, who attacked your father. Just a shallow cut with an ancient dagger, but enough to infect him with that black liquid. That is what took Frank's life. I did what I could to look after him, but that infection, it was beyond anything I could handle. His final words still haunt me.
He's a doctor, but I don't know
Harry,
what.
please look after my wife and my little girl. And that's what I've
Maybe
been
that's why I
trying
went
to
to
do
that
all these
university,
years.
because she knew
Though
someone.
evidently not as well as I might have done.
Evie was speechless.
One of the board
She
members,
could
she
not
said, was my
believe it.
professor.
Take care of me? What are you talking about? I just met you a week ago. I've never had anyone except my mother. The only help we ever got was from the insurance checks. What kind of help are
There
you?
was no insurance, Evangeline.
I thought,
What?
Harry decided that since he'd started telling the truth, he wouldn't stop halfway.
I am the Hydrangea Foundation. Hydrangeas were just Nora's
That's
favorite
wife's favorite
flowers.
flower.
That's all.
And then Evie understood. She understood the strange and painful sacrifice that man had made.
I wasn't the one who drove that dagger into your father.
sending 250.
But I dragged him to that island and didn't listen when he told me we had to leave.
He said that.
Harry had spent a long time avoiding the truth of what had happened nearly 30 years before on that island in the Pacific. But for the first time in ages, he was forced to face it.
So yes, your father died because of me. I can't tell you how sorry I am. I won't be so foolish as to ask for your forgiveness. I know I have no right to it. I understand how you must feel now. I understand that you hate me.
You could have told me.
I know. But I'm a coward. All I've ever done is avoid responsibility.
Could be. But you've also risked your own life to save mine.
I went for forgiving,
I
but also
owed you
proposed.
that.
And you've paid for my schooling? That's not what a miserable man does.
I only did it because I had the money. And because I felt guilty.
Look, Professor. You insist on painting yourself as a horrible person. I don't think that's true. I think you're just a sad and lonely man who's shouldering more guilt than anyone should have to.
Harry was puzzled. He hadn't expected this. In a strange way, Evie's forgiveness made him feel uncomfortable. Didn't he deserve punishment for what he'd done? Evie's decision had made him doubt. Perhaps it was time to move on.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you're right.
I'm sure I am. Believe me.
And after that, Evie and Harry remained silent for the rest of the flight.
Okay, cool. So that might be an achievement for
Despite having
Hi.
talked about
Finally
it,
got to see her.
Evangeline and Harry were not prepared for the freezing cold they would face on that remote Norwegian island. Although weather would be the least of their problems in that place.
God,
Let's see.
this is unbearable.
I think it's just
Professor,
one speed.
are you sure you're all right? You should have brought a couple more layers.
Don't worry, Miss Drayton. I'll be fine.
Harry hadn't always been like that. He used to like heat. But 3 months stranded on a Pacific island had changed his preferences.
I like the cold. I used to like the heat.
What we saw in Bowen's office, the Black Pharaoh, Azathoth, and all that. What do you think it means?
Just the ramblings of a madman, I'm sure of it.
Some
I'm
say the
actually
same
more
way.
worried about the other things. Spitsbergen, the statue, your memory loss, and your dreams about that creature. Too much of a coincidence, isn't it? This sign, it's written in Norwegian. I guess we're close.
It's just lights.
Do you really believe it's possible to switch minds?
Honestly, Miss Drayton, I have no clue what we're dealing with. But whatever it is, we'd better stop Bowen as soon as possible.
Here it is, the radio station.
I don't know if you could do anything with those. Not that type of game.
The storm is getting stronger.
We'd better stay close to each other, Professor.
Are you sure she was coming? Close the door. There's another room. No. What is this?
This looks like the station's garage. I wonder it's not working.
Okay. What's that? Is that worth this little light bulb? Alright. Okay. I assumed that would give us power to somewhere else, but
It's no use. This switch is completely wrecked.
right. Did I?
can see some banners on the building.
Nazi
They look
bombs.
like... Oh,
Yeah, you see it.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
just as I thought. No power in here.
Not yet. I've got to get the generator running before I can get any work done. This might come in handy, but not right now.
Okay.
I need to get the power. I'll have to take a look at it later. Right now,
just wanted to see.
I need to get the power running in this station. No, the door won't budge.
Okay. I didn't know whether or not I needed power first.
If there's a key, there must be a generator here somewhere.
I was about to say, do I have a flashlight? Okay, that leads outside.
Evangeline, I see her.
Harry hesitated to say the words because of how absurd they might sound.
Space ship of some sort?
A spaceship? You mean like a flying saucer?
Okay, before we do whatever we're doing out here, I want to make sure there's nothing on this for power. Just before we go out, it might be at the top of the building, but you never know. Alright, there's nothing we can do in here, so we were right to go outside. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.